Actually, you know what? I can just start recording whenever and just chop off the beginning. It actually doesn't matter.
I don't see why not.
Yeah. So hello everyone. This is CPAD bringing you another Exceed commentary. This time I have a guest with me for the first time ever. We got
Hello, hello.
Fakey. Say hello. You've already said hello. For those of you that don't know, this is maybe like the second time I'm interacting with Fakey, but Fakey is the guy who's probably gonna reach season 6 on his own with his custom characters before Exceed does.
That's very kind. I mean, I make a bunch of customs, yeah, but
Are you
we'll see
actually
what
in this tournament as well?
I am.
How are you doing, if I may ask?
I'm gonna be top 4 after this round of matches,
Ooh, I like the confidence.
which is well because there's going to be 2 3-0s, I believe, and there's gonna be 3 3-0s. Oh,
Oh,
I might be top 5 if Polterghost wins his match because Polterghost and I tied. We drew.
oh
So it's
right.
going to be three.
That to me is I'm not gonna discuss TO rulings there, but that to me was a weird one. Because
It is a weird one.
if I was a TO, I would have given you double loss there.
Damn, that's harsh.
Is it?
I don't know.
But let's not
I
discuss that. Obviously.
sure. It's bad if it's good if I win the rest of my games. It's bad if I lose the rest of my
Yes.
games.
Yeah.
I think the challenge system works. It handles draws well. I think so. We'll see if it ends up causing any feels bad. Hopefully not.
I think for I obviously I'm not gonna accuse you of anything because I don't think you did anything. But like when I'll give an example. Like when two players are 4-0, and let's say they draw the game to end up 4-0 and 1, so no one can catch them. That is like an example of a scenario that would be bad, right? I don't think your scenario is bad, and like
Sure.
it is what it is. But like that is the most obvious problem with the awarding ties.
It really depends on the tournament format. I feel.
Also, the game started, by the way.
Oh,
We don't really. I'm sure. I don't know if you've seen my previous videos or not. We don't really commentate. We don't really commentate the game here. You guys can read the
fair.
cards. He crossed to range 1. Range 1's actually interesting.
I'm kind of surprised he did that. Cross is quite good against Seijun.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he did that.
he's got a plan. Obviously, there's always a plan when you go to range 1.
Yeah, King Knight actually has like good stuff he likes doing at range
I like range
4.
2. I
Scepter
like range
Slam is
2
solid.
a little bit better than range 1, but
Yes.
because basically everything King Knight has that hits at range 1 also hits at range 2, right? Everything.
Speed boost at range 1 is also very interesting. It's most notably gets rid of the sweep from hand.
Armor guard in
Quite
response.
funny.
And the card. Oh, dude, look at this King Knight deck. I didn't even notice it. We're going to zoom in on that real quick.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That is nice. Technically, I
strike.
shouldn't be allowing custom decks to come into them. They should be using the card back. Oh, I think he did. Never mind. Okay, good.
I mean, to be fair, it'll be really obvious if they use a third grasp, you know?
Yes. Oh,
Very
wow.
easy to
Pops the
verify.
ink spike. Oh, wait,
That
no, he
is-
doesn't because it's speed. Never mind. I'm not, clearly, this is how much attention we're paying to the game right now. This ink spike's speed 6. So it'll pop the Scepter Slam.
Yeah. All right, the speed boost makes more sense now.
Scepter Slam from range 1 is an interesting one, though.
That is quite dirty.
It's a dirty play. I like the dirty plays, but it's a dirty play. Oh, this guy doesn't put his transformations upside down.
Yeah. Right away, I'm like feeling like this King Knight is playing a little too conservatively. I feel like he should have just struck with the Scepter Slam. It's a good attack.
Oh, I have range 4. Yeah.
Like, you might have eaten that sweep, sure, but I think you just need to press with damage.
I don't know. I think going to range 1. I don't think I would have necessarily struck with the Scepter Slam, but I wouldn't have crossed in either. You know.
Yeah. Attacking with the Scepter Slam has the hidden benefit of keeping that cross in hand, right?
Yeah. I just like boosting.
EX Grasp?
EX Yokai.
Whoa, that's
Spicy.
really unfortunate. Because King
Spicy.
Knight initiated, so it beats it.
King Knight Did King Knight initiate that?
I believe he did.
Oh,
That's
look
gonna
at you
feel
paying
bad.
attention to the game. I have you on, so now that means I don't need to pay attention to the game. But yeah, that yokai banishing transform no longer to be worried about until the reshuffle, which really sucks, especially if you're gonna play High Hand Sajin, because High Hand Sajin, obviously, because she draws a billion cards, she's weak to cards like Focus, for the boost, and without
True.
and the I'll actually zoom in on yokai banishing right now. The meddlesome transform says that you may discard they may discard the same card to basically negate the boost. So without this transformation, High Hand Sajin becomes weak to boosts like Focus.
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. Ooh.
And the Ink Splash, what a wonderfully balanced card.
Yeah, was that defensive or offensive, Ink Splash?
I believe it was offensive, right? Because I didn't see anyone draw or anything. This is how much.
We'll see who takes their next turn.
Listen, I brought you here to pay attention to the game. If you're not going to pay attention to the game, I don't know. Like I don't know why. I don't know why you're even here. You know, I'm here to provide questionable color commentary. So that puts you on at least paying attention to the game for like 20% of the time. You know.
Fair. It was defensive, which is less hardcore. But what are you gonna do? Ooh.
Royal Tribute. I actually like this boost, but I've talked to a lot of people who don't really rate this boost because it does. So King Knight does have one of the problems with King Knight is that he goes through his deck really quickly, and he can actually sometimes struggle to find 30 damage to actually kill the opponent. And so accelerating your deck with a boost like this, which is basically draw three cards because you'll draw an extra one off your boost. I'm assuming you play a continuous boost, which he did here. He played Charge Up. Yep. It goes through deck really quickly, and some King Knight players don't like that. I personally use that boost fine, but
yeah, I think it's very similar to Cyrus's Ultras. Cyrus's Ultras are really strong, but so are the boosts, and finding the timing to use either the attack or the boost is a lot of what makes or breaks Cyrus gameplay, I feel.
Sure, I think that makes sense,
yeah. Using the gauge there was interesting. His hand must be like really good. If he did that.
I don't know. I don't believe he played King Knight, because I definitely would have remembered if he played King Knight, because I love King Knight. I don't think I said that on broadcast, but I love King Knight. So I think I would have remembered if he. By the way, I'm like IcePopAddict's like personal recorder, you know, like I've only recorded his matches so far, but what was I going? I don't even remember what I was saying. Whatever.
You were saying that King Knight burns a lot of resources and struggles to close the game out with them.
Oh yeah, no, but I had a different tangent that I was gonna say, but you know, you very clearly distracted me, so I couldn't say it. Also, interestingly, I just want to point out the Sajin player did not transform Watchful Guardian.
Yeah, what is Ink Splash?
That's the if you prepare, you can move, which is pretty. It's not. I mean, it's not the most useful thing, but I don't think it's the least useful thing. Just because, it's basically like Ryu, right?
Yeah, it's a really good attack. I guess it sort of tells me that the Sajin might not be expecting to transform.
To exceed, yeah.
Sorry, exceed, yeah.
Which I love when Sajin exceeds. It's so hype.
Yeah.
Look at this hand.
Yeah, that hand is pretty good.
0, 2, 3, 4 healing hammer. That's not bad.
My assumption is
this is what I was saying. You correctly saw that the King Knight used from Gage instead of from his hand.
Yeah.
And I was saying, well, what's gonna happen? Because like a lot of King Knight games, or at least the King Knight games I play, I feel like I'm not striking a ton, so I'm not building a ton of Gage. So it's actually going to be very interesting to see how he uses the Gage. Like, for example, I like to exceed a lot. I even prefer exceeding to, say, King of Cards early. So it's actually going to be very interesting to see what he does with his Gage, because that's what I do, but I actually have not seen another King Knight player before. So I wonder if he's going to try to like maybe land like an Ultra or something instead. Although Victory Trumpets cost 2, and then King of Cards cost 3, so we're a long way away from actually having that happen. But
Yeah. I am seeing here that Seijun has no guaranteed safe defensive options because King Knight is representing a slow and mid-speed mix-up. I really want to see this King Knight strike and attempt to land something devastating. Oh my god, no. No.
but you don't want him to get red?
He's too spooked to the reading.
I
But
mean,
I
you
think
have
he
to be,
just needs
right?
to
It's
strike.
Sajin. She's already drawn a billion cards. By billion, I mean 14, but...
That's so rough. That hand was so good. Also, didn't he have a parry in hand? Couldn't he have
Yeah,
parried reading?
he had a block. Oh, yeah. There you go. See, that's why I brought you here. Yeah, it was 0, 2, 3, 4 Healing Hammer, I believe, was the hand. So yeah, you should...
Man, I don't know.
I mean, the only reason you don't parry focus is if you have any inclination that they have double focus, which you don't, so, like, why?
Yeah, like I said before, I'm getting a feeling this King Knight is playing too conservatively.
Notably, he's already gone through half his deck and done 2 damage.
Yeah.
That's just the King Knight life, man. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Seijin is playing well. Seijin is balancing good defensive options with good, like, intermediate actions. Really trying to mess with what this King Knight's trying to do. And I think the King Knight is overreacting to it.
Parry here. Parry what, like King of Cards or something? No.
Not parry focus, which is what I expected.
So what do we have here? 1, 2, 6. Oh no, you think he's gonna like drop the you know what'd be interesting here?
What's that?
You read focus and sweep.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so
It'd be very, very good here.
Yeah, to get the focus out. And like hopefully he doesn't have EX. And even if he has EX, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
See, that's my one contribution for the game. I'll see you in game 2.
Now this will be devastating if the Seijun is not holding a focus. It will be horrible for this King Knight. The game might be over.
Oh yeah, because the spike. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
Spike
read
dive.
focus, you set the sweep, and then the Seijun goes, lol, I have an answer. And
Yeah,
so
and
bad.
Sajin probably has an answer, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen any sweeps.
No,
Oh, he's going for the change cards again. CC3.
He might be boosting.
Oh, a decree. Yeah, okay. That's better.
Oh, this has to be too conservative.
He's going for so he's +4 power, +2 armor, +2 guard.
Yeah. Maybe, to be totally fair, I don't play much King Knight.
I think this is fine.
Many King Knights.
I think it's fine. It's the range is a little bit awkward, but I think this is fine. I don't mind. I play the kind of King Knight that like boosts a billion turns in a row. Right.
You think that playing this stat monster gameplay will let him convert?
I don't know if it's good against Adrian, but I think it's fun. I like to see it happen. Is it good against Adrian? I'm not 100% sure, but this is kind of how I play. I boost a lot and then go for like 3. You know, I'll go for like a big shoulder bash, like a big scepter smite, and then they're down to like 15 HP. You know, or like I'll go for a big like spike. That's the thing. Like that's the reason why I don't like range 1 a ton, right? Because I like having spike in that mix up.
Range 1 mitigates big stacks of boosts a lot, I find.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because you can randomly win against a stack of boosts, like a grasp randomly beats some things, or a cross randomly beats some things. I like this advance
getting
here.
Out of there.
Yeah,
going to the middle. Okay,
that seems pretty correct to me.
Yeah, and now you have the no speed boost on the King Knight side, and both sweeps of the discard means that like Ink Splash. Oh, I guess Ink Splash. There's 2 armor and 2 guard, so Ink Splash actually does not matter. I forgot about that. He went for the armor and guard. 2 armor, 2 guard. That's actually quite a lot. I wonder what the plan is with that. Like, could it be like just like assault here?
My best guess is he's trying to set either the healing hammer, assault, or he doesn't. We know he doesn't have that.
1 to 2, so he needs to be at range 2 for healing hammer.
Yeah, Healing Hammer is just like a fast pile of stats, right? It's like Delta 5 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And gets you a bunch of gauge, and it's mostly just value.
Yeah,
Good tech.
yeah, Healing Hammer's great. Ooh, strike.
Ooh, I like this.
This seems fun.
I am
So like I mentioned earlier, Ink Splash would not. Ink Splash just loses to basically everything because of the 2 armor 2 guard here.
Yeah. To be fair, though, this Seijun has not actually seen that much of her deck, and she's used 1 Ink Splash already.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's nice if your attack can edge out against Ink Splash, but I think it's something you're not super worried about right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would be much more concerned over this Seijun having a second cross, I think.
Yeah.
Bizarrely.
Yeah. Second cross here would be absolutely devastating given how much King Knight has spent into this combat. I mean, clearly he doesn't have second cross, though, because I think he just windmill slammed that, right?
Mm-hmm. He is attacking with something that he drew, because none of the attacks that we know he has in hand do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That is the
assault. A spicy
that is good.
Ink Spike. That is a spicy Ink Spike. Expecting the spike probably from King Knight.
I like it. I think that was a really good attack.
Mm-hmm.
Or, attempt at defending.
Yeah. I mean, it beats half the mix-up, right?
Yep. And covering half of your opponent's options is pretty dang good.
But actually, these are the type of combats I like to go for as King Knight. 8 damage right there. 8 damage. Listen, if you like advantage.
If you like throwing 8 damage on a single special attack, paying no gauge, you should try Renea.
Yeah. So the thing is, my brief foray into Exceed was playing only casuals, and I feel bad playing Renea into, Renea
is not a fair character.
Yeah.
Half your attacks feel like ultras.
Yeah, I know. I played 2 games of Renea, and I was like, okay, this is enough. I know this is a broken character. I didn't even Exceed either time. I was like, this is still a broken character.
I am inclined to agree. Nice.
Ooh.
All right. Everything's coming up King Knight. I like it.
So far, yeah. Only 1 transform out as well from the station side. And not a ton of cards.
Striking with card disadvantage. I think this King Knight is feeling themselves.
I mean, maybe he's just listening on the call. He heard you say be more aggressive, and so he strikes twice in a row right after he said that. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Yep.
Oh yeah, here's another completely fair boost.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fair attack too. Only 9 damage. Yep. So let me just refill my hand for free. And it's not even a choice. I'm sorry, it is a choice. You don't even have to draw the full 5 if it makes you discard or uncomfortable or whatever.
Yep.
If it makes you uncomfortable that you have to discard 1 card after drawing 5.
It's true. I think that's a very, very nice attack to be setting as Seijun. Mm-hmm. Get in range 1, you set it, beats essentially everything except cross.
On front side, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty gross.
Although, I don't know, man. The way this King Knight's playing, we might not even see 4 gauge from the Seijun side.
Yeah. I am getting the feeling that Seijun is trying to build up gauge for an ultra.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and zoom in on these. So some things I try to make the streams like newbie friendly, and then I do an awful job of doing so. But we're gonna take a look at these ultras real quick. So we have Tale of 9 Sorrows, a 1/3, 9/4/4. EX hits the whole board basically. Very expensive, but pretty good. Coupled with Seijun's front side, actually has enough defenses to outlast basically everything. And then Tale of 7 Trials is very fun when Seijun succeeded because it does 1 billion damage.
Yeah.
And
you reach a point.
I was about to say that's all the analysis you're gonna get from me for a while.
Yeah.
So
Seijun's ultras are pretty gross. You reach a point where you've just got 4 gauge, you've got all the cards in hand, and you go, all right, wherever you are, this is going to do a bunch of damage.
Second Grasp.
It's really gross.
Oh no, another slow.
Everything is coming up King Knight. I like it.
And he gets positioning of his choice as well. You can go to range 2, which I think is probably a little bit better.
This is a small thing that I felt I also liked. There are some characters that I think the turn 1 just, dive or close in 3 and get in there attacks are better
Mhm.
on, and I think King Knight is one of them. Interestingly enough, it's like you trade usually unfavorably on
Yeah,
the first strike,
especially because you're
but you
spending a lot of your hand to actually do damage as well.
yep, but like you tick down their life 5 or 3 depending if they focus, and then you just got all these slows,
Hmm.
and if your opponent doesn't thread the needle of that range 1 combat, you can close the game out kind of fast,
Hmm.
like kind of what we're seeing here.
Hmm.
Like these grasps are not it from Seijun.
No, they're not. And to be, I mean, you can attribute it to two bad reads. Like to be fair, people don't. I feel like people don't defensive grasp enough.
Hmm.
So credit to the Station player for actually keeping it in the mix up, but unfortunately, it just didn't land right, and then didn't land
Yep.
again. Also, completely out of fast attacks, right? Both ink splashes gone and both grasps are gone.
I believe Seijun still has 1 ink splash. It's used both ink spikes.
Ah, okay, okay. That's why you're here.
Did lose both yokai banishings and a cross. So
Yep.
yeah, we're down to 1 ink splash and one cross
Mm-hmm.
for the fast attacks. Meanwhile, I believe King Knight still holds both healing scepters,
Healing
right?
hammers, yeah.
Healing hammers. Gross.
You
I
want
think this
swingers,
game's
King Knight?
gonna go.
You
I
have a
forget what
you
the
have a
big
healing
bad
hammer in
thing.
hand.
I think you just set the healing
You
hammer.
play the healing. Yeah.
What are the odds this is the last cross or the last ink splash?
Uh, pretty high, but if it's cross, I think you're fine because you don't mind range 5 so much because you can just build up your
Yeah.
resources again. Like you can like
Yeah.
exceed on your next turn and you won't be hit. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Thank you, healing hammer here. I'm getting spike energy from this Seijun. I think this is just
so
a
so Spike
regular
will
old
Spike
spike.
will trade with healing hammer, which is a little unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world.
Does healing hammer not do 5? No, I keep thinking
No,
delta
healing hammer
5
does
will
2.
stun the 4 guard.
Yeah.
Nice. Ink
Ink
splash.
splash. Okay.
All right. Ink
Spends the
splash did find the
gauge.
target it wanted.
Spends the gauge, not the. So not threatening king of cards anymore, nor
Mm-hmm.
the exceed. Because I was thinking maybe you exceed to both get both your glorious decrees in play as well as like get some hand back because you draw 2 cards when you exceed. That's King Knight.
Yeah. I. Ooh.
Okay,
I think
second roll
this.
tribute.
I think this Seijun needs to set an ultra. You know, if it hits, if it doesn't hit, whatever. I
Well,
think you set the
she
ultra.
can't set Tale of Seven Trials, right? Not yet. It's
It loses to
everything.
mid speeds. Well, I mean, like it beats across, right? You have 6 cards in hand.
Oh, 7 cards in hand. Yeah, okay, beats Cross, and
Beats healing hammer.
it beats Cross, beats Healing Hammer, and beats Shoulder Bash.
Yeah, I think you just set it, and if it hits, if it doesn't,
it doesn't do a ton of damage. It only does 6 damage.
yeah, it's the big thing is putting all that gauge back in your discard pile and reshuffling. Because I
Mhm.
think Seijin has opened up a lot of big weaknesses through losing both splashes, both grasps, and a cross.
Mhm.
Her quick options are looking not good right now.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most powerful things about Station, at least in my opinion, is the Splash Spike mix-up.
Yep.
She's not online currently.
Yeah. Seijin's the specific cards she's lost so far are have put her in a pretty tough spot right now, and she needs to get those cards back.
Mhm. Interestingly enough, uses another gauge for this boost for charge up. So King Knight probably saying to himself, I don't need gauge to win this game. I'm gonna win fair and square."
King Knight tragically not realizing that attack is very good right now. What is King? What does Seijin beat that attack with?
Which one? Sorry.
The Scepter Slam
Scepter.
or whatever that attack is. Just now.
The guard one. A Scepter Smite.
Yes, the charge up
Yeah,
boost.
1, 2, 6, 4.
Yes,
I mean, second cross is in the deck,
but that's it. You can do a
and
slow, but the damage favors King Knight, I believe.
If you initiate, I mean, if it's your plan, it's the Ultra that's coming out, right?
Yeah. Think of it this way: if both characters end up on 1 HP, which is what trading would do essentially,
Mm-hmm.
then who's favored? The character that still has a bunch of 6 speeds and I think like still a grasp, or Seijin who has just 1 cross left, right?
Yeah,
Who's
fair.
favored?
I think it's a fair estimation. Especially +2 power, +2 guard would put Seijin on basic. I mean, if it's something big, they would put Seijin on 1 combat kit territory.
Yeah.
Seijin striking. Is this the Ultra that you called? If it's the Ultra you called, I'm inviting you back next time. If it's not, then I'm gonna have to find someone else.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah, it's rough out here. It's
I
rough out
do
here
feel
for
this is
former Yomi players turned Exceed commentators.
it is the
It's
cross.
cross.
Wow.
All right, well, it was nice knowing you. I guess I'll.
That's tough.
Yeah.
The Seijun is now literally out of anything speed 6 or higher, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seijun also kind of
Clam
threatening
was
the Ultra, right?
very good.
1 to 7.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't kill, so it's a little sketch. A little.
Mm-hmm. Dang, I don't know what you do as Seijin from this point. It's like kind of very good that you keep just going fast, because the King Knight's attacks have been capitalizing on I don't think this is a fast, over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And Seijin has been chipping away with the fasts, but there's got to be a line here to win as Seijin.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what it is. Oh my god.
This could be the move that puts her across an RE, right?
Could be the other Tale of 7 Trials.
Yep.
But King Knight literally can't hit her, and it would put all her stuff in her discard pile. King Knight moves in, she reshuffles, and suddenly we've got a game on our hands.
Mm-hmm.
What's her deck size? 9?
9.
She could just do a big change cards, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I super love that, but also an option.
Goes for the block. It is the Tale of 7 Trials. You're back on. Welcome back.
Seijun also wanted it. Why did she just discard it? That's not where that goes. I agree with those gauge options.
That's proper English. Ultra discard no. Whoops. That's okay.
I resisted typing in it's not that bad of a beat.
BattleCon player, huh? I played 1 game of BattleCon and I did not enjoy it.
I forget what it's like. I played it a little bit and wasn't able to find any matches online. So
I played before the client was a thing.
Oh, so like on paper?
I think it was on Tabletop. It was available somewhere. I don't remember where. It was not. I remember downloading BCO because I thought that people would play it, and then no one played it, so I quit again. But also, meanwhile, our IcePop left after my heinous comments. The Ultra's here. Okay. This is not the most not the most damaging though. It's. I mean, it got blocked, so. You're right. It must be he got disconnected. Oh, he got disconnected. He disconnected. I don't know why I need to say that. He's already gone. But yeah, it looks like you are maybe correct in maybe there's gonna be a reshuffle action coming through. Get all those good cards back.
Yeah, I like this Ultra. Again, I'm always in favor of ballsier attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Well, this from range 5 isn't ballsy, right? This is just.
It's pretty free.
Yeah.
Would have much rather seen the other Ultra up close. Really try to cash in.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean the cross into the safer attack is solid. I can't hate it too bad.
It's fine. No positioning yet, though, notably. And like, if he goes for a reshuffle action in the near future, that's another turn where he can't reposition. Granted, King Knight
Yep.
can't do anything from range 5 either, so
Does King Knight have cards in hand? 3.
King Knight's 3. King Knight's been playing pretty low cards all game, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Ever since the change cards, or not the change cards, the second time his hand got revealed and he dumped all those normals, he never actually really built his hand back up. That's why I would have liked to see the Exceed action or something like that.
Or the line you mentioned before of just reading, focus, and sweeping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. King Knight's movement is fine. The unfortunate thing is that it's on his fast attacks,
Yeah.
which are very good right now.
Yeah, so he has the Healing Hammer boost, which is advanced retreat 1 or 2, and he has the Unsteady Ground, which pulls or pushes the opponent for movement boosts. And they both cost 1, so you're not so obviously King Knight's ability is when he plays a continuous boost or a decree, he draws a card, but he spent a card here, so he actually doesn't get to build his hand.
Yeah.
Which, like, King Knight on this slow hand with no boosts in play, a little uncomfortable, in my opinion. A little.
Does feel like King Knight has done something to let this lead slip.
Mm-hmm.
Felt like King Knight was in a very strong position when they were 11-11 or like 11-12 or whatever it was. We'll see how this plays out. How does Sagen win this?
How does Sagen
now?
win? Yeah, because she's... Well, it's okay, because we're saying, how does Sagen win? And then on the other side, we're also saying, how does King Knight win? So it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, the way King Knight wins is a lot more clear. King Knight moves in and throws, fasts and mid speeds. Like, Spike is still not super safe, but range 3 dive, I don't know. Sagen has like an assault left.
Sagen
I
has
think.
1 assault left, yeah, I believe.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. Although, knowing how this Sagen has been playing, she'll definitely set it.
Yeah. Okay,
like,
opts for the movement on Healing Hammer.
Okay. Well, now your dive's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Speed 5 beat everything. Set assault from Sagen. Boom. Sagen reloading.
More cards. She had that attack and she still went for the cross other ultra line.
She could have drawn it, but yeah, the cross into the 5 damage Tale of 7 Trials looks definitely it looks on paper much worse than a 9 power don't lose card, right?
Yeah, it's true that it's safer, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, also I think what you mentioned earlier about actually keeping a lot of Exceed is like gauging what threats are left, and losing that second cross is just another fast threat that Sagen doesn't have until reshuffle.
Mm-hmm. A lot of Exceed is also not getting cornered, and Sejun has chipped away as much as she can, but I think she's cornered. And we'll see if that ends up costing her this game.
Yeah. Was that just a So you drew the full 5 and then discarded 1 at the end of this turn.
I see.
Interesting. So digging for something then, clearly. What is he digging for?
I wonder if Sagen just wants to go through the deck as fast as possible. 3 cards left. I would like to see a huge change
cards the whole
here.
hand. Yeah, like a guile.
Mm-hmm.
Although the deck's not empty, so there are some risks there. Although both focuses are down on the King Knight side. The King Knight's also very close to reshuffling.
Yeah. I think that's suddenly very good. Yeah, okay. Suddenly keeping that other ultra seems a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see that line.
The reload, yeah.
Yep. Respect that. Yeah, Foxfire not looking very good right now.
No. Foxfire, I mean, it's probably your worst attack, right?
Yeah.
By far. You know what? It's not. We'll call it like the stepchild, the redhead stepchild attack.
Yeah. Foxfire has the benefit of not losing to random EXs as much as other attacks do. Like if your opponent EX sweeps, right? Mm-hmm. Foxfire at least trades.
Yeah.
Unfavorably, but and like it's a pile of stats. and randomly having a special that does 6 damage is pretty good. So
Yeah. But in the face of such a powerful character like Seijin, with a mix with the spike splash mix up, Inari
it's
Guidance,
true
which isn't like a fantastic attack, but like the boost wild, or not the boost, the transform, sorry, wild, and Yokai Vanishing, which is also just transform that I mentioned earlier, is pretty important to her late game, especially.
it is true that Ink Spike is basically just a straight up better version of Foxfire, but having both in your kit represents a lot of damage, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting. Walk forward 1.
ooh, is that telegraphing anything, or is that hiding something?
Is that? It's telegraphing like Scepter Smite,
Yes.
right?
I believe the King Knight has used both Scepter Smites.
Has he? Maybe. Oh yeah, he used both as charge
Spin
ups.
jump. I believe we haven't seen any spin jumps. This might be EX spin jump.
EX spin jump, but EX spin jump only. Oh, EX spin jump would do 7.
And it'd be at a speed that the
It'd
Sajin
be
cannot beat
speed
right
a
now.
billion, yeah.
Yep.
But still still can be traded, right? Focus is left for Seijin.
Yes, but I believe. Well,
And also
now that might not be true anymore.
really poor positioning for King Knight at the end of that.
Yeah, yeah. Have we seen both shoulder bashes? I don't think we have.
We've seen one shoulder bash, I
Yep.
believe.
Shoulder bash is a slow that gets you out of the corner.
Shoulder bash puts King Knight into the corner now.
Well, I mean like I'm imagining a line where King Knight goes EX spin jump into
Into shoulder bash.
Shoulder
The next
bash.
turn.
Yep. Yeah.
Does King Knight have enough health to survive a trade into Seijin? Trade from Seijin's side? Kind of.
If
Not
King
really.
Knight, if King Knight boosts a grasp off of this spin jump, then that would be lethal. And I don't think that.
Well, no, because
No.
say Seijin lays down a focus, right? EX spin jump has 1 armor, so King Knight would be down to 5.
Yep. Spin jump hits for 7 after boosting grasp.
Yeah. So Seijin's not dead, but I mean, it takes a lot of confidence to set a very slow attack against a Seijin like that, you know? Reading. And this reading is pretty free.
Oh no, that's so not good for King Knight right now. Oh.
I mean,
we have made an error here.
You just revealed the card early, and that's an EX with power, probably. Could be game. Yeah, plus 2 powers. This is going to be 9 power EX something.
My God.
EX assault, so not 9 power, 7 power. Yeah, focus wins games.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's. I mean, we knew that the King Knight was scared of that, right?
I thought the Sajin had used an assault. Am I wrong? Oh, it was the King Knight that used.
No,
the
King
assault.
Knight. King Knight used assault, so it's gonna be a 7 damage assault coming in. King Knight down to 2, and now this looks like an easy game for Sajin to close out, right?
You say that she doesn't have anything that's speed 5 or higher. So, I think this is still within. I think this King Knight still has winning chances, despite being at 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, notably, Seijin can't hit the whole board because she doesn't have that transform.
Yep.
She also can't. She doesn't have the movement transform either because she gauged that earlier.
True.
And then never even attempted to hit. And sorry, Inari was the range one. Sorry, but never even attempted to. Probably hasn't even seen it. We haven't seen one in the Discord either. Probably waiting for the second one to EX transform, but it's too late now. Well, I guess it's never too late for Kitsune's Pride, but just hasn't seen the second one. That's the thing about Exceed, man. You bottom deck 1 card, and your whole game plan has to change a little bit. So we as people who have been watching this game know what these 4 cards King Knight has left. So, Fakey, why don't you help us out and tell us what these 4 cards are left?
Oh lord, I haven't looked
Well,
at the
it's
discard
EX spin
pile.
jump, uh,
Yeah.
shoulder bash, maybe a king of cards.
This King Knight still has a cross, no? I believe he used the second healing scepter, healing hammer.
It's not healing hammer, and it's not scepter slam. We surmise that he could have EX spin jump. Does he not have EX spin jump?
I believe it's EX spin jump, shoulder bash,
Cross.
either cross or King of Cards.
Yeah. I
don't know
don't
if we've seen
remember.
both of
I remember
those.
seeing one king of cards drop for the block. I don't remember seeing the second one.
Yes. Does he have a grasp left? I don't think he does.
I don't think so.
Dang. If he had a grasp, this would be, I think, a much more easily attainable win, because you EX spin jump into boost grasp, and now you kill with 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
That is very rough. I don't know what you do. Maybe just prepare?
Oh no, you don't like preparing as king knight. You boost. Boost something.
Oh.
Boost anything. Wait, didn't Sejun initiate the last one?
Good question. Oh, she has advantage off of assault.
Oh, she assaulted, of course. Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
For those new viewers here, assault gives you advantage. There you go. Mm-hmm. And for me as well, apparently.
Ooh, this might be rough.
Well, I feel like King Knight has to cross here, right? If you have it.
If you have it.
If it's left. Which we're trusting you. We're trusting you that's left.
King Knight might have randomly been cornered here.
King Knight knows what this last card is. It's King of Cards. Okay.
That's good. That's good. He gets a pull a random card out.
Yeah, so he doesn't have cross in hand, I'm assuming.
How extremely lucky that the Ultra is the last card.
Happens. Okay, so reshuffle.
Yeah.
Can we beat the sweep? We need exactly cross.
Does King of Cards not go back in the deck?
King of Cards does not go back in the deck. Block. Still in the game.
He lives.
He lives, but now what?
He lives.
He lives, but now what? Yeah, King of Cards doesn't go. I don't think King of Cards gets discarded until the end of the.
Interesting.
Until the end of the combat, right?
Very possibly.
I don't know. There's a rules card here. There's a rules reference. Let's read this. This rules reference is not useful.
King Knight just pitched both spin jumps. Ooh.
Well, there goes your win con. But, I mean, King Knight had to pitch something, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't think one spin jump's not useful in this situation where you're just going to spin jump into the corner and then die, right?
That's so good right now.
Okay. Yeah, and then... So how this works is he draws 3, draws 1 for playing a boost, and draws for the end of his turn, so he's backed up to 5 cards.
Mm-hmm. I believe this Sajin needs to do a massive change cards here.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
I don't see how you win now that King Knight has refreshed his hand. Mm-hmm. If you don't do that.
Here's a question. Do you keep the 4 gauge or drop that as well? I think you
toss it.
Yeah.
I think you toss it because if you get hit for like 5 or whatever, then suddenly your ultras are massively unsafe.
Fair, yeah. Fair. Striking.
Really just saying I don't believe you drew anything here.
Yeah. Not the safest line, but it's a line. It's a line that wins a lot of the time.
I don't know how much I agree with this one.
It's a line that it's a line that wins more than 0% of the time. I'm not going to claim it wins 80% of the time, because King Knight drew 5 cards. Yeah. And this is pretty much what guaranteed to be some kind of slow attack. It can't be it'd be sick if it was the second Tail of 9 Stars, but it's not.
I'm like pretty sure the fastest this can be is 2.
Is this Foxfire?
Oh, it could be 3. It could be Foxfire. but wow.
I mean, hey, it's yeah. I mean, I agree with your estimation that this is not the
Yeah.
the safest line, but it's a line that actually wins a decent amount of time. I think.
Oi, why is ChucklyFun looking to his deck? You should shuffle afterwards, at least.
Oh,
What's up?
ChucklyFun was looking to his deck. You should shuffle it.
Ooh. If that happened, I missed it.
Chuckly.
I saw the red magnifying glass over his deck.
Yeah,
You should
Fakey, what are
shuffle it
you
if it was
doing? This is why you're here.
if it's the last two. There we go.
There we go. Thank you, Migo, thank you, Migo, for doing
catch.
Fakey's job. Really.
Oh my god.
I got specialized.
Oh, Discord doesn't
That
pop up
is
when
not what you want to see.
Amazing. That's sad.
That is sad.
Really? He didn't even have a dive?
Anyway,
Man.
welcome Migo, by the way, to this.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Should have.
Focus would have
Focus
lived,
Yeah.
but
Focus would not have
this to be
survived
Foxfire,
Foxfire,
right?
but-
Yeah.
Yeah. Foxfire was Sajin's best attack there. Damn.
Yeah, so you were right. It was looking good, and then that one combat, and it went off the rails for King Knight there.
Yeah.
That first game.
Yeah, it was first.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Sajin managed to just keep stringing together fast options and narrowly really should have gotten cornered there.
It died, yeah, but
Yeah.
alas, not meant to be.
King Knight tripped over his shoelaces a little bit.
A little bit. I think I would have. I don't want to go in too much detail, but I think I explained over the course of the game how what different lines I would have taken.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that 1 8 damage shoulder bash. I'll give him that. Or the 8 damage assault, or was it shoulder bash or assault? I don't remember.
One of the
A
two.
little more of that. Yeah. I wish he used his gauge a little bit better. I think there were better lines to take with the gauge than to spend them as force. Especially as King Knight, who is a character, you have the capability to draw so many cards, man.
I think King Knight's card economy was
Not optimized, we'll say that.
kind of lacking that game. That
Not
and I
optimized.
find it hard to believe that King Knight's hand was I find it hard to believe that King Knight's hand was just flat dead in those last couple of turns. I think King Knight had lines to win. I suspect. I should say. Like, I can't believe. I strongly doubt Wild Swing was correct there.
Oh, at the last turn?
Yeah, surely King Knight. He had the focus, which.
Well, I mean, he clearly didn't have a fast attack, right? Otherwise, I think he would have. Well, no, a fast attack wouldn't work. He would need like a mid speed.
He needed a block or a focus if it's not Foxfire.
If it wasn't Foxfire, which is what we called it to be.
Yeah. Or God, even a dive would have done it across.
Yeah, dive range 1 dive was an option there. I don't know if it was in the hand, but it was an option.
Yeah. Dang, tough break.
Tough break, especially with that. That's what that reading as well. Just such a huge swing at the end there.
Yep.
To where it's like it was looking okay for King. I mean, it wasn't where King Knight was at his peak of, hey, I'm more likely to win this game, but it looked pretty good. But just that focus ruined him as well. Gotta keep track of those focuses, man.
I do think that reading is one of several things that ended up winning Sajin the game.
Yeah.
Well, why reading is so controversial? I like it, but
10 reasons why I don't play Exceed anymore. Reading's like number 4 on that list, maybe.
Yeah. Reading is just
you should
very
play
gameplay warping.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'll play Fakey's characters.
Whoa.
So the one game of Exceed I've played in the past 4 months was with one of your I play Big
I
Band.
forced them to play Skullgirls.
Skullgirls. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
that's the.
It was Eliza versus Big Band.
I
and
was
had to
super
think very hard
disappointed.
to win.
I was super disappointed because I picked Big Band because I thought he wouldn't have to think, and apparently you have to think super hard as Big Band into Eliza.
I'm not necessarily sure I agree. You said big attacks. Here's what Big Band does.
I didn't draw the big attack on my reshuffle, so I had to think.
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't draw the
Band.
super ultra.
And we stood at awkward ranges where we didn't want to spend resources to going into each other and getting brutally slaughtered.
Oh yeah.
because we were
At
both
one point in the
conceded.
mid game, I just backed up to range 6. I was just like, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, I designed Big Band to have this random weird game plan you can have of against certain characters, you just throw powerful mid speeds, which can only be beaten by fast options, and then your opponent runs out of fast options, and now your mid speeds destroy everything. Right? Like power 7 assaults when your opponent is out of anything speed 6 or faster. That sort of thing.
As
Yeah,
we
that
have
makes
a
sense.
season 4 extravaganza. Feast your eyes. This is going to be the one time in this tournament we're going to see season 4 versus season 4.
Yep. You'll be disappointed to hear that I'm not very familiar with either of these characters.
Shovel Shield and Enchantress. Shovel Shield is probably, and Enchantress is probably the 2 characters from season 4 I played the least. So there you go.
You mentioned you don't particularly like either of these.
I would say I dislike Enchantress actively. I actively dislike Enchantress. I do not actively despise Shovel Shield. I think Shovel Shield's cool. I just don't vibe with the character. I have like I mentioned before, and somewhat jokingly, I have difficulties controlling one character. 2 characters is too much, man. Even if the game plan is as simple as be range 2 to 4 away, so that you can hit with Shield Boomerang.
Shield Boomerang is a gross card and kind of degenerate.
Last week, poor IcePop had his Shield Boomerang stolen by Renea.
Well, Renea cheats, so that's
It's true. It's just true.
That was
actually unfair.
My Spectre had Judgment Rush stolen by Renea.
Oh no.
So sad. Yeah.
That's a double whammy because that's your only win con, right?
Well,
I joke. You know Spectre Knight a billion times. My Spectre Knight, not good. Migo's seen it. It's not good. I prepare like 8 times in a row, and it's not enough.
Yeah. Spectre Knight makes up for not having real ultras by the fact that Judgment Rush just turns any attack into an ultra. And that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Spectre Knight?
That card's loaded. Just 3/4. That's it.
Spectre Knight has the dirtiest turn 1 strike of any character in the entire game. Just turn 1, speed 6, range 4, 8 power. What are you going to do? It's block or bust. Yeah.
True.
And then besides that, after that, it's all downhill.
There you go. Yeah, because you have no hand and you're Spectre Knight, so yeah, fair. But that first combat, if it hits the mental, then it's good.
Yeah, you got to put the fear of God in them.
Exactly.
And then they're scared, they're preparing, they're not striking back, and that gives you all the time you need. It's that simple.
It reminds me. I hate to bring back Yomi, but it reminds me of a tournament match I had, where I guess I'll explain this to Migo. I guess you don't really know Yomi. I set a turn 1 9 attack against who did I set it against? I'm Nobody, and he forfeited.
My God.
I beat him in 1 turn because he forfeited because he rage quit. So you gotta hit the mental. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you can't lose a strike, then you shouldn't play the game.
Yeah, there you go.
You get told over 1 strike, then yeah, you shouldn't play Exceed.
Yeah, if you tilt over 1 strike, you were already sideways. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's fine to tilt after 3 strikes, but don't go your way though.
Yeah.
You can tilt after a few. That's allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
listen, I think.
Oh, go ahead, sir. I was just gonna say we have a turn 1 strike from Shovel Shield, but they can see that.
Yeah, well, Shovel Shield probably has like the second best turn 1 strikes.
Yes, because everything hits.
We're gonna zoom in on
of
that,
season 4 after
and
Spectre Knight.
why. I explained this in the last one, but when Shovel's on Shield, you can advance or close 1 space further.
Yeah.
Ends in May. Yeah. I would say this matchup here. I would say Shovel Shield probably wins this pretty handily.
You can lock down Enchantress, you think?
You can lock down Enchantress. Shield Boomerang can lock down Enchantress. You can attack for 2 spaces at once because you're a puppet, and you're better than Carl because people can't disable Shield Knight. So
Yep.
We already had the discussion on good Carl versus bad Carl. Although I don't think it was on camera.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my
We briefly
god.
discussed it. Although Fakey thinks that good Carl isn't as good as I think it is. But that's okay. We're not here to discuss that. Or you know what? We can discuss that. Nothing's happening.
I love the opening up with the fast option. I think.
Yeah, turn 1 discovery.
You think Chuckly likes the fast options a little too much? He's over representing it in the mix-up.
Yeah.
Seeing how he's done it every single time except for when he ran out of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this assault was supposed to do though. Was that from hand? I guess he was just like
avoid
hard
dives.
red to dive. Yeah.
That's it. Really.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's depending on what his hand is, it's totally fine.
It just loses so hard to discovery and assault. That's a
also
hard rate.
Backstep's pretty good on Enchantress now. The boost.
True. That is pretty true.
Get out of there. That's how I feel a lot of that. That's one of the reasons why I don't like optimal Enchantress lines, because it feels like to me that character is just an optimal line is just discard my hand to move away. That doesn't seem very fun.
Enchantress tickles you, runs away, tickles you, runs away, tickles you, runs away, and spends like the whole game doing it, and is really annoying and makes the game last long and is boring.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. No shattering screeches.
Me don't like it.
I don't think that matters too much, but because normally I think in a lot of cases the first gauge often goes to exceeding rather than playing ultras.
Yep.
So dropping the ultra this early actually doesn't matter too much, I think.
Yeah, and like it's a good boost.
Yeah. No, it's very good.
Yeah, Marco was talking about Enchantress being really low damage, and he was talking about how Shattering Scream is also he considers it very overrated because it's just 6 damage. It's just like a sweep with more range. That's it.
Yeah.
Doesn't even discard a card. It's just like, Enchantress is a low damage character, but annoying. That's how she operates.
I think this is like a funny range to be at also, because if you Fire Wave and you just put Shovel Knight right back on Shield Knight, it's not very good. Because he just gets right back in there.
True.
This is going to be a very, I guess, granular matchup. There's going to be tons of tiny little decisions to make.
Yeah, Shovel Shield seems pretty well equipped to handle zoners in general, now I think about it more.
This feels like defensive, like homing orb, right? If you have it. Oh, spiral. Sorrow. Okay.
Whoa.
Pops?
This?
Oh, no, it does not pop the, do you validate? Whatever.
Just to validate. No.
They'll handle it.
Feel
Or
like
if you
she
go
should.
for the, so you should discard, right? So then he can draw back up and deal more power.
Would you look at that? It's the world's best focus. Oh my god.
Okay, so I believe that was his validation. Dropping the spike.
Empty his hand and then,
He's going to discard the hand, so he'll have, and then with the hit effect on critical attack, he'll draw up to 3.
Oh yeah, more fun types of Enchantress. She has a disturbing number of making you discard cards. As if, you were struggling for force, I'll take away your force.
Oh, no, okay, yeah. Sorry, I misread this.
This is a focus. This is a focus that discarded the opponent's hand and drew 5.
Sweep.
Drew 6.
Drew 6.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I don't like Enchantress, by the way.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's like a boss character, what can I say? Like,
it's okay.
Just moves
he has like 4. I mean, he has 1 free combat, and then he can change cards as gauge, so he's not a terrible spot. And that's totally fine. That's totally fine. He doesn't even have
any cards to discard.
He doesn't have to discard, so he gets a free card off that as well. Insane.
I do. Yeah, I guess I don't disagree with this sweep. It didn't go in Enchantress's favor, but I
think sweep wins a lot of combats there anyway, so.
Yep.
And it's pretty free. It's like a free card that's gonna end up in Gage. Interesting. He opts for the prepared set of exchange cards. There, EX coming out from Enchantress here.
I think I was talking about someone the other day that I think light's amazing. It's an amazing boost, but I think it's potentially overrated because it's attached to sweep, and sweep is amazing.
And sweep is also insane.
A
Listen,
lot
man,
of
when season 6 comes out in 2027, we won't have light. So
Yeah, it'll be +1 speed now strike or something.
yeah.
It'll
a
be
lot of
something
lights.
funky.
A lot of light's power comes from the fact that it's best with season 2 characters, where you just didn't want to. You wanted to avoid
Ugh,
giving your opponent
yes.
transforms at any cost, and if that meant, speed 8 cross, then that's just what it takes, right?
Yeah, you don't want them landing their 1 range 7 speed transformation.
Yep.
You don't want them to. You don't want Renea landing that cursed transformation
She's
that lets
gonna
her
land
sustain
straight
life
fire
whole
no
game.
matter what, dude.
Yeah, straight fire's unavoidable.
Wow, look this hard
saying.
read.
What's that?
Oh.
Charge slash.
Wait, charge
That's
slash.
tough.
Slash on defense. That's pretty.
Oh, yeah. Hard
Pretty wild.
reading. What like?
It's not bad on defense, but just very limited range.
Well, charge
It's
slash
good if you
loses
were
to a
just
lot of
expecting.
things. Because it only closes one.
Yeah.
So it loses to a lot of things.
It's better if you were just expecting another sweep or another focus or something, right?
Well, it loses to EX sweep, but
Oh, true. That is pretty true, actually. Yeah, I don't see what that was supposed to be, actually.
it could be like flying charge, EX flying charge.
Yes.
EX. How many cards did he have in his hand? Too many, so not homing orb.
Pink forced to move? What?
Strafe.
Change cards looks like.
No, that's move to any space, then draw or discard up to 3 cards, I believe.
Oh,
is what
the
they
boost,
did.
the boost. Okay. Yes, but yeah. Okay.
Why not move to maximum range then? Weird. I guess expecting to draw.
You don't want to move to maximum range because then you get popped by shield boomerang, right?
Guess.
That's the only
Man.
explanation I have.
Yeah, what she's sitting at now.
Range
the
5 is
top
also
shield
like
boomerang makes
fine.
sense.
Rage 5 is her good range right now.
Yes, homing orbits.
Homing orb
as well.
Homing orb hits, yeah, and then the fireballs hit as well.
Unless I'm mistaken, though, doesn't homing orb kind of get squished by both buckler blow and shield gong?
Yeah, it does. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, but we. Oh, the exceed.
Ooh.
I like this. So
I think this is actually the first time I've ever
So-
seen this character flip.
Yeah, so that's why I'm zooming on these cards to read them for the viewers. So what do we have here? When you exceed.
Why do you
flip,
move Shield
2.
Knight onto him though?
Because I believe when you exceed, you can do that.
You don't get
I-
you
yeah.
don't get the +2 armor.
Yeah. That seems
But I
like
guess
purely a mistake.
Oh, you mean moving? Oh, you mean the actual act of moving him? Like, I thought you were asking, like, why did he move him, like, from a rules perspective? Why do you move him from, like, a strategy perspective? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this actually kind of makes sense because then Shield Knight can push Enchantress towards Shovel Knight
That's
because both of Shield Knight's specials push.
Yes.
Shield Gong, Shield
We'll
Buckler
zoom
Blood, they
in on
both
those.
push.
I think we
So
zoomed in on those in the last commentary.
So
We'll
the-
zoom in on those again.
IcePop is clearly just setting up for a push towards him.
Oh, actually, now that you mention that, yeah, you can like buckler blow to push, right?
Mhm.
And then push or pull, depending on if their attack is slow or not. And if it's slow, you push and you get the armor, right?
Sure.
Yeah, just Buckler Blow. Yep. And you can
That's
kind of
it.
option select what depending on what they play.
Ooh, this seems gross.
Ooh.
Yeah, free armor.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Seems good.
Free armor,
Yeah,
but also,
makes
like,
sense.
Enchantress is, like, fine.
Mm-hmm.
She gets pushed too. That means Shovel Knight gets moved to range 8. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I that's, like, the distance is...
Maybe you just take the
Validates
the
with
full 4 here.
Validates with an ultra from Gage.
I do believe we've seen 3 of Enchantress's ultras though.
No, Shovel Shield just validated this buckler blow with an ultra from Gage.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't think range 8 is actually that scary here.
Uh,
Kind of seems like Shovel and Shield Knight has more attacks that hit than Enchantress does. No.
well, the thing
Okay,
is,
does
the
Enchantress
line from
Enchantress has one
Enchantress
rapid
is
beam left, though,
probably
right?
reshuffle with the Exceed into threaten Rapid Beam. No.
Oh, quick switch.
This do.
Oh,
That's
what
cool.
a dude! This guy.
That's
This
cool. That's cool.
clearly,
That's sick.
clearly, we are not Shovel Shield
Switch places.
players.
That's sick.
This is pretty convincing. Shovel and Shield gameplay.
Clearly, we do not know anything. At least I don't. At least into the Shovel of Hope as well. Love it.
Yeah.
He spent. Oh, he did spend force. Yes. No, he needs to spend. He needs to validate Shovel Hope, but yeah.
Yeah, he's got it. Well, he should draw one more for his turn. Yeah, there it is. Clearly, we are just inferior Shovel Shield players because I forgot that boost existed. I normally at the start of these, I try to go through the cards.
Mm-hmm.
I did it in the second game, last commentary. This one I didn't at all. I just kind of like vaguely moved my mouse around them, zooming in on random cards. So you guys can pause the video if you want to read, or you can check out the last commentary where I actually go through Shovel Shield's cards. I believe. I don't want to go through Enchantress cards because I hate Enchantress as a character. So.
Fair. What is this?
This is.
Did we see a reading?
This is.
I am perplexed at what this
He
is.
forgot to turn his
What's going on?
hand face.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe this is not an EX attack. Maybe this is a reading. And it's just face down.
Face down reading.
What's
I'm
going
perplexed.
on? I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Are we seeing a concession?
Surely not.
Seems unlikely. This hand's insane.
Yeah. Also, it's like at preferred range, or not preferred, but like. Decent.
You have Enchantress corner. Why would you concede?
Yeah.
I mean, she won't stay cornered for long, but she's cornered for now.
This does appear to be a reading.
Where's the focus?
Where's his focus? Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It was face down.
Oh, nicely.
Okay.
Oh, it's so scuffed. Whatever. I'll allow it.
Oh my god, it's spiral or.
I'll allow it. You know
Actually,
what?
no, it's not. No, never mind. It's fine.
It's fine.
That's too sad.
That was so weird. I can't get over it. That just threw me off.
Yeah.
Also, this
So-
grass does not beat the spiral orb, right? Like the spiral orb still hits.
Yeah. I wonder what the reading was that. I guess maybe like spike or something.
Yeah. Opposite discard so we can get the full reload.
Yeah, one complication with Enchantress gameplay is that it's so much harder to keep track of what she's lost, especially when I can't look through the discard file.
Yeah. That's tough. Especially because in a turn, she's probably going to be exceeding anyway. So any morsel of information that we remember is just immediately lost.
Honestly, no, her remaining ultra is not really worth setting.
She has a fire wave left. Not fire wave. The what is it called?
Rapid beam.
Rapid beam.
I was like, Shield Knight has like low enough health that maybe it's worth using an ultra, but not that one.
Mm-hmm. Not now.
Yep.
And rapid beam do decent damage.
Right, but you got to get in range to do it, right?
Yeah, it's 5
Yeah.
to 8, so.
It's an awkward range, but it does decent
Although
damage.
the switches are gone, right?
You have to get in range, and you know that Shield Knight has a block, so it's a little scuffed.
A little. Especially because reshuffling is amazing.
True.
With the Exceed. So Shovel Knight striking, Shovel Shield striking here.
Mm-hmm. From what I remember, in Shovel and Shield Knight's hand, the nastiest attack they're representing is like a sweep, a shovel drop.
I want this to be
The
Spike.
grasp is gone.
I want this to be Spike. I'm
Spike
feeling
would
a
be
slow
cool.
coming out from Enchantress side.
Have we seen anybody set a spike in this set yet?
No, we have not.
That's weak.
you know, we
Weak.
did see a charge slash though. That's kind of spiky. I mean,
It's
a
a little
defensive
spiky.
charge slash on an EX that we weren't really sure why it was being played, but it was played nonetheless. So
Mm-hmm.
come on, Spike. This is basically like, if you think about it, this is also an OEX in response. It's kind of scary.
It's assault?
I would have
that's-
died. That's nasty.
Filthy.
That's nasty. Yeah, I would have died. But I guess Shovel's also not looking too great here either. He's down to 7.
Yeah. Chuckly has had some very timely EXs.
Yeah. Yep.
Listen, all I'm saying is Chuckly has had 3 EXs in this set. Well, 4. I guess Chuckly lost an EX strike so far.
Mhm.
An IcePopAddict has set, as far as I can tell, 0.
Yep.
So,
You wanted him to set that spin jump last game, but it was not meant to be.
yeah.
Oh, what we got here? Steam P2P session failed with IcePopAddict. He'll be back. Also, worth noting, because of the tournament structure, you basically need. Well, what is it? Top 4? Why is it top 4 that advances? It feels like so small for a pool of 30 plus players.
I think after 5 rounds, it'll shake out.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure a 4-1 player will get in, right? I guess it depends on
think they
how
can.
you and your opponent from last game.
Yeah, I think if Polterghost or I go flawless from here on out, we're in.
Mhm.
I think. But I think a single loss from either of us will take us out.
Okay. Yeah, so
That's
the
so,
one- that's
so
the
the point I'm trying to
1.5
make
loss,
is that
right?
this could basically be like, you could kind of see it as an elimination match.
Kind of.
Like both these guys are 1-1. If you lose this, you're 100% out. If you win this, you're like 70% out. I don't know.
I don't believe there will be 2. There definitely won't be 2 players that go 5-0.
5-0.
It's possible nobody goes 5-0.
True.
So it depends on how it shakes out. We're playing a lot of rounds.
Is it?
If I were to nominate one player to go undefeated, it would probably be Calavontis, just because he's so good at the game. But we'll
Calavontis.
see. Yeah,
He also won the last one, right?
he did. He was champion. Manages to win grand finals against Double Zolt because he could pick character they already won with.
Yeah, that was an interesting rule.
And luckily he's gone.
Is it not a thing anymore?
No, luckily.
Oh wait, finals only best of 3 now, right?
Easily best of 3, unfortunately.
Which is weird.
I will say I don't favor Calavontis' character picks. I respect them, but I don't favor them.
Yeah. You know what?
Calavontis has too
Blanket
much honor.
statement to the Exceed community right here. Pick better characters, man. Pick better characters. What are you guys doing?
I'm saying this as someone who's complaining right now.
Oh, and I'm saying this
I-
as someone who does not see enough top tiers on these character rosters, man.
Well, the thing about Xyz community is that there's some players that are good, but they don't want to, lose dignity and play Renea, Zolt, Minato.
Listen, man. Winning doesn't lose you dignity. This is the Exceed
It's-
action coming out from.
You do lose a bit of dignity when you play blatantly top tiers
It's-
that skew the game unfairly.
Huge disagree, man. We've had this conversation lots of times. If I was playing Exceed, you bet I'm picking like Renea, Lucia, all these good characters. I'll stick a Plague Knight in there because like Plague Knight's a pretty good character and I'm pretty good at him. But you bet I'm grinding like the top tier characters in this game.
there's nothing wrong with
Don't play this
picking
game.
the best characters for a tournament
Yeah.
that they're league.
Yeah, I mean, play to win's fine. Play to win's fine. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that they're plenty good players. They just enjoy other characters more. Or they just don't want to pick the top characters out of like quote unquote principle or whatever.
Migo and I are advocates of having the current top tiers banned or rotated out or what have you, because I think they're too top tier. There will always be best characters, but I think the ones that are the best right now
They're too
are
good.
they're just too much of a cut above the rest. You know,
I would agree. I don't know.
That's
I
what I
don't know
just
if that
been-
warrants
it's been meta
a
for too long.
ban, but I think it'd be interesting to see a meta without those characters for sure.
yeah. I grew up learning to play with them, but it's time. It's time for them to move on.
Season 2's run its course, and season 1
Yeah.
got rotated out fairly quickly, right?
I
Season 2's been
don't.
around for too
I
long.
wasn't
But yeah,
around.
season 1's been. I think season 1 got. I don't know. I actually don't remember. I think season 1's been out for. I don't know what's the timeline between season 1 and 4.
Wasn't I was told that season 1 was legal at Gen Con 2019 question mark. So
Sounds about right.
depends on
Yeah.
the tournament.
Okay.
I'm just excited for season 6.
Here's
Man. I
one
just want
good
to see
read.
it.
We
Good
need
sweep,
like
good sweep.
3 more from the Shovel Shield side and Shield Knights in the middle of nowhere.
Oof, that EX was pretty backbreaking.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how you close the game out now.
What is this? This is mine. Oh no, that's the discard from sweep. Okay, never mind.
Yep. There's that flying charge that did him so dirty moments ago. It's back. That's a really good pull, actually. That attack is gross right now.
Fine
Fine
charge?
charge, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
You
good.
can just set,
Yeah.
you could just set Enchantress up for like checkmates.
Yep.
Am I correct in saying you can't? I don't know why I can't remember this. You can't. As Enchantress, you can't pull into you, right? So like Shovel Shield has to move back 1 or 2.
I'm not sure I understand.
So Grasp was played on the Enchantress side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shovel can't be pulled into Enchantress here.
You can.
You can,
And you can if it had been reversed and Shovel Knight was the one setting the grasp, Shovel Knight's allowed to push into the corner.
I remember.
effectively keeping her in
I remember
place.
that. I don't know why I thought it would be different for pulling.
As far as I know, it's not.
Okay, we'll let it happen. So this was the ground break boost here from Enchantress.
Interesting.
If you're, so the opponent could have advanced 2 and stayed there.
Yes.
So that's an interesting boost.
Yeah. I feel like this last exchange has favored Shovel Knight.
Yeah, but at the same time, like Enchantress is what had such a big lead because of that mishap 2 combats ago.
Yep.
We got Shield Knight in prime Shield Boomerang position though.
Mm-hmm. Definitely representing the world's grossest assault, though. So
Yeah, a 7 speed assault, which also happens to negate Shield Boomerang. Convenient.
yeah.
I wonder if the correct play was to put Shield Knight on the middle space then. In response to the light, instead of putting her so aggressively forward.
I don't know.
Although now he does get the armor, which could matter.
Yeah.
Let's look at the ability real quick. So Shield Knight's in between Shovel and her opponent. Shovel gets +2 armor.
Yep.
Doesn't matter for assault. Striking into this. So no, it's like doesn't matter for assault, right? Because Enchantress is not going to be in between. And here comes the
It is
assault.
assault. Surely this is a focus or a block. Come on.
It's not, because look at him. He's like
even Shield Gong.
Oh,
Oh,
Shield
Shield
Gong,
Gong
okay.
saves. Shield Gong's a
Yep.
save.
works out.
Good call.
Yeah, that assault was a little bit too obvious there, but obvious good plays are still good.
Mm-hmm.
Although, listen, we haven't seen a spike all set, right?
What?
Uh,
I guess really promising to cross here.
I But cross and then what?
Shield boomerang? Question mark.
Okay. Okay, there you. I mean, that's a line. That's a line that wins, maybe
Yeah.
15% of the time. I don't know.
Listen, as a Spectre Knight, main cross into some garbage is usually how you win games.
There you go. There you go. You heard it here first.
Yeah. Cross is a good checkmating tool.
You know what? I will ask you this.
Yep.
So, as a player of the highest caliber, like myself, I made a tier list of this game. I'm not showing it to anyone. Actually, I have shown it to people in the past, but I put Spectre in F tier alongside Pookie. Do you think he belongs there?
No, but I think that I definitely don't think he's B tier. He's not A tier because there are very few.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after you remove season 2, there are very few A tiers.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you see how it shakes out. I don't think Spectre Knight is F tier. I think people just write him off really easily.
Mm-hmm.
Spectre Knight has a couple of tools that are like legitimately viable. Like I've beaten a Renea and I've beaten a Hazama with my Spectre this tournament.
Okay, and those are two very good characters. At least mine.
Yeah, those are really good characters. Spectre has extremely good anti-set play tools stapled right onto his card, and that's good. That's really, really good. Mm-hmm. Set play is how weaker characters and weaker opponents get squished. Generally, you know, I boost some stuff, and now my attack's too good because you didn't know what to do against my boost. And Spectre just goes, "Oh, I get in there." His ability is really good, but you just have like a garbage kit to make up for it. Pookie, like, I kind of agree with being F tier.
I say that as a player who loves boosting in this game. I tried so hard to make Pookie work. I tried so hard.
Yeah, in the in-person tournaments that I attended against a mostly Season 2 meta, I had to like play my heart out to get a 50% win rate with Pookie.
Yeah, it's tough.
And Spectre Knight, I think, has much stronger winning chances against better characters than Pookie does.
You heard it here first. But Spectre, not F tier. We got to update the tier list.
Yeah, I think...
We'll put him in D tier alongside Carl Clover.
Yeah, I think Spectre is like C or D, honestly. I think that Spectre is still a character you can learn to play and get results with. I'm trying to do that now. But
well, it's not like the meta game is known, right? Like one player doesn't know every single matchup in the game, so you can always surprise people with lower tier characters in this game.
I think it's incorrect to write Spectre Knight off, and I think there's value in learning Spectre Knight if you really like, just like getting in there and risking it. Spectre Knight is very similar to Sea Viper for me. You force, I don't know. You can just like throw out unfair stuff sometimes, or just like you're in a losing situation and then you just get in there over and over again, and then you win some strikes in a row, and you're in it.
Notably, I saw a tier list on the chat that puts Sea Viper in the lowest tier. I don't agree with that, but
Sea Viper gets rolled by Season 2 characters. I think Sea Viper has next to no winning chances against New, for example.
Okay.
Like Season 5?
Yeah, New from Season 5.
You mentioned New.
I think you said both Season 2 characters and also New.
Oh, okay. And New, okay, got it.
I don't know why I'm saying on New. You guys don't need to see that. You guys need to see the game.
Yeah. Sea Viper's super, super fun to play.
I like Viper too.
Yeah.
I like all the boosting characters.
In my opinion, Sea Viper and Spectre Knight are about the same strength.
Okay, you guys heard it here first. Fakey claims both Sea Viper and Spectre Knight are A tier.
That makes sense.
You heard it here first. That's gonna be the title for the video, by the way. So
I don't expect anybody trying to win every tournament to pick up either of them, but you can grind them and get good at them and be rewarded for it. Unlike certain characters.
I mean, Migo was doing fine with Carl Clover. He did okay.
Yeah. I guess.
You did.
People suck
You
though.
beat a couple people with Carl, didn't you? I remember seeing this.
Yeah, I did, but it was mostly I still think it was just matchup unfamiliarity and just letting me get away with con
I
animas
believe this
and
is a
stuff.
face-up reading as opposed to the last one, which is face-down.
It's pretty brave of you to set a focus face down and say this is a focus, and just trust your opponent to believe you.
That to me is wild, but we let things like that happen in this room.
Yeah, what you're really gambling is the opponent believes you that that's a focus and just concedes right there and then doesn't verify. You know,
Yeah,
it's a play. It'll get you disqualified if you're
we
wrong.
allow shenanigans like that in this. Actually, I shouldn't say that because then I might get banned from hosting rooms. We do not allow shenanigans like that, but we respect shenanigans like that.
Yeah, we don't condone sneaking a third copy of focus into your deck.
No. Luckily, Shovel has revealed a hand with a billion normals, and yet Enchantress did not call the right one.
What do you think this was?
I
Spike?
have not been paying enough attention. I would assume it's Spike because I haven't seen a Spike in a really long time from the Shovel side.
I agree. Again, these people, they don't set spikes. It's so sad.
Yeah, I mean the
Because my favorite normal.
Yeah.
we kind of saw that Chuckly really likes preferring those faster options, right? In a lot of cases. And you know what?
who loves
That's
setting
me
spike?
making a blanket claim on this guy after paying attention to 30% of his one match that I've seen. We're just gonna make that blanket claim. Wow, it's a party in here now. I should have made a stricter password.
Yeah, so. I mean, you did post the password in the
I
events
did.
channel.
Well, normally my password is long live Yomi, but
Long live Yomi.
long live Yomi.
We're all about cybersecurity here. We put our
Yes.
passwords in our YouTube videos.
Yep. IcePop
Goodness.
is gone again.
Finish.
No, we're still in it.
Welcome
Hey,
to
Calavontis.
Calavontis, one of the
Oh, are
favorites
you guys on stream
to
right
win
now?
this tournament.
Yeah,
Now
CPAP.
it's just a proper.
Everybody's voice is being recorded
Yeah,
right
Yep.
now.
Alright.
this is now properly gone off the rails as far as any semblance of professionalism is concerned.
This YouTube video title is about to get long.
Yeah, I only have 100.
Featuring so and so and
I
so.
only have
and so
100
and so and
characters.
so.
I don't think I can fit you guys on there.
Meanwhile, I think in the other room, God of Wind versus Pwned by Plywood, they're still on match 1 and it's 1 hour and 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
I sort of assume they're not using the timers, right?
No one.
There's
you
no
can't use
timers in
No
this
timers.
tournament.
No timers.
Can't use timers.
That's my one contribution to the Exceed community.
You know that in our in-person tournaments, God of Whim is the reason we started using chess clocks.
I've
Oh,
heard.
I don't doubt it.
I've heard,
I don't
yep.
doubt it.
100% true.
I mean, why does it take an hour and 30 minutes for one game?
Even I don't.
know.
I don't play that slowly.
Yeah, right.
And I play. I thought I was a slow player in this game.
Yeah, I thought CPAP was a slow player. He is, but then there's also slower players out there. I'm like, wow, I'm shocked.
Yeah, I mean, like, it works, right? But this isn't classical chess. Come on.
Yeah, it's not. It's a game of. It's a game of luck.
I mean,
Well,
look, here's the
partially.
thing.
It's not like a million
a-
lines to calculate.
Yeah, it's a different game to everybody, and everybody enjoys something else. And I'm not going to... I did, and I shouldn't have given him a hard time for enjoying that part of Exceed. But
You heard it here first. Fakey attacks God of Whim
violently assaults.
for his heinous playstyle.
Yeah. I don't enjoy it, and I think I think it's a little too much for a competitive environment, is what I think.
Oh yeah, here's the thing, right? Like, casual game, it's like you can take it as long as you want, right?
Yeah.
And as long as both players are on the same page and are okay with it, because like we want everyone to have fun, and that's understandable, right? So you shouldn't be slow playing casual that much, anyways. So carrying over to competitive, there's even more reason not to do it, because well, there's scheduling problems. And there's no reason a game should go.
That's actually like reason number 3 why I don't play tournaments. I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want to subject myself or other people to 3-hour sets because I know I will take that long.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, chess clocks are opt out, not opt in. Thank God.
I think I've explained this so many times. I think they should be 100% on or 100% off. No,
Yep.
no turning on or turning off. By the way, for those of you that don't recognize the voice, this is known timer apologist Calavontis on the line here.
Oh, timer is definitely a necessity. IMO. I mean, like I'm okay with it. Like if we want to raise it to 30 minutes each, that's fine too. But like it shouldn't go over an hour. I think it's.
Yeah, and over an hour for one game has become like ridiculous territory.
I could see playing with like God of Whim. Like I mean, like in person, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of times he was just like, like making small talks and whatnot.
Oh yeah, he makes a lot of small talk.
Oh, I mean, like, and don't get me wrong, like it's part of it is also like pretty like he tried to read people a lot, right? That's just his play style, and small talk is almost part of his tactics. At the same time, he also
you gotta be the
those
poker
small
player with
talks.
the sunglasses and the hat.
It's a little true.
Cover your mouth.
It's a little true.
Yeah.
I remember talking to God of Whim about like body language and how he believes, or at least believed at the time, that when someone sets an attack fast, it's probably a fast, safe option. When they set something slow, it's probably a little less safe. Like physically set the card on the table. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yomi has the similar concept as well, right?
Yeah, Yomi has
Yomi has a similar concept where it's like if someone windmills an attack, it's probably something really safe.
I do like in that game. I do timer shenanigans on purpose.
On Yomi, yeah, because the Yomi client has actual timer.
That's game.
Yeah, sometimes Yomi, I already decide the card I want to play instantly, but I just like wait for an opponent to set a card and I set it out immediately after.
Watson was a spike, not gonna help in that scenario.
Damn, Chuckly takes it in too.
Yeah. Chuckly up 2-1 now. IcePop unfortunately drops down to 1 and 2. Probably not gonna see those playoffs, but
I am not totally sure. I think it's technically possible.
There's no way.
Really?
There's no way that many players
top 4 out of 30 players.
Go 3. There's like 4 slots, man.
I mean, on the one hand, yes. On the other hand, it's possible for no one to go 5-0, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And unless I'm mistaken about how the tiebreak system we use works, it's like kind of wild. I think it might technically be possible.
So the tiebreak. Are you talking about Buckholz?
Yeah.
Buckholz, don't quote me on this. Actually, I probably shouldn't. Yeah, I probably shouldn't spread misinformation, but I believe Buckholz is somewhat. It's equivalent in like layman's terms is strength of schedule, I believe.
Yeah.
So it depends on your opponents. Unfortunately, people, it could. I don't know if it like screws over people who lose early and then win late. Like some strength of schedule metrics do, but yeah, I don't know.
think that's what matters. What I'm seeing here, the Buckholz system is used to break ties. The value displayed in the standings table is a sum of a player's opponent's scores, and it discards the best and worst scores.
Oh, okay. So it's basically strength of schedule.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
Wouldn't discarding, normalizing like that makes sense, but won't you get a lot of the same Buckholz scores for everyone?
It's interesting that it's the best and worst scores. I guess like if you beat someone and you're the only person that beat someone who went 4-1, that's a little sad. I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
There's probably a reason for it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, there are players that went 4-1 last tournament and got snubbed from top 8. So.
I believe one player. Yeah, one player was 4-1. Did not.
I think it was Polterghost or something.
What's it? I don't know.
That's so sad.
He got 4-1.
Full honesty, I didn't even realize those were two different people until you mentioned it. The two.
It's easy mistake to make.
Yeah, shows you how much.
Imagine my confusion. I played them round 1 and then round 2.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna call it here for the video. You know, I don't know why I did that. I don't really have a proper exit anyway, so you guys can just keep talking. I really don't care.
You can edit in a funny splash.
Haha.
The moment to cut was probably like moments ago.
Cut. All right, there.